Joseph at this point, I will suggest to you, has a resume. He started off in Potiphar's household, and Potiphar was, I believe, the captain of the guard. When Mrs. Potiphar mousetraps him, I'm going to suggest to you that the person Potiphar was really angry with was not Joseph, but Mrs. Potiphar. Because I think Mr. Potiphar knew just exactly who he was married to, and when she stands up and screams, holding the coat of Joseph, he has been put in a position where he has to do something. At this point, I have to choose between my wife and that servant, and there's no way socially I can choose that servant. So you're going, and I'm suggesting that what he did is he moved him laterally within his organization and moved him from his household to his prison. In other words, once it is set up like this, where his wife makes an accusation against a slave, there's no way that he can side with the slave. And so when it says he's angry, it doesn't say explicitly with whom he is angry. And I quite frankly think he's angry with his wife, but he's been mousetrapped. He becomes basically the chief or trustee of the jail. And we know that this is a country club prison because this is where Pharaoh's two courtiers get put. What we do know is that he rises to the top and he becomes the top trustee. And if I am correct, and Potiphar runs both enterprises, then as far as Potiphar is concerned, he doesn't have him where I would really like him, but he's still got him in his organization. And what I led off with, however, is both Potiphar and whoever runs this prison are members of the royal court. Because as I say, this is not the place where you put scum. This is the place where you put political prisoners. What I'm suggesting to you is, in one or two instances, depending on whether Potiphar is in charge of both places or just one, Joseph is building a resume. Because I can imagine that the conversation goes around the cocktail party of, I got this Hebrew slave. And man, does he know what he's doing? I mean, he's really good. I just leave everything to him. There's a resume being built there, I would suggest, within the court. When somebody at the level of Pharaoh drags somebody out of jail and says, I have something that I want you to tell me, you have information that I want, what that person usually wants is for you to be bright, be brief, and be gone. He wants you to come up, tell him what he asked, and then get out of his face. He doesn't want to become your golfing buddy or any of that kind of stuff. So for Joseph, at the end of interpreting his dream, he's done. He's given the interpretation, he's done. For him then to step up and give Pharaoh unsolicited advice is kind of guts ball. I mean, that's really gutsy, because he runs a very real risk that Pharaoh will just look at him and say, what? Get him out of here. Put him back where you got him. I don't need him anymore. Certainly, it is entirely possible that this will not be received in the spirit that Joseph hopes it will be received. But of course, it is. Again, I'm suggesting to you that God has his hand in it. In other words, God decided when Pharaoh was going to have his dream, because it is a dream from God, and God inclines Pharaoh's heart to be favorable to Joseph. Please consider becoming a sponsor. You can sponsor us for as little as $1 a month. Please visit crimsonthread.com/purpose for an explanation of what we're doing and perhaps to become a sponsor. Thank you.